I'm going to start with the powers in organization. So what is the power in organization? So in organization we have some powers and some influences. What are those? Now what is power and influences? Power is the ability to impose your will on others, whereas influence is different, right? Is an ability to deeply affect your behavior and beliefs. As a leader, you will need to use your power once in a while to steer the ship. But when you use influence to lead, you will slowly build deeper trust and loyalty with your team. This is the main difference between these two words. Positive, if you say like within an organization, power should be viewed in a positive sense. Sometimes some people say like, so other people are so powerful because of the designation, because of the knowledge, and they think and perceive it as a negative, but it should not be like that in the organization. For our purposes, a power is a person's ability to influence others to do something they would not otherwise do, right? And some of the sources, there are two sources of power: position power and personal power, and also called structural and social power. Position power is derived from the top level management and delegated down the chain of command. So it means that the power which is taken from the top level to the lower level, right, through the middle level management. So power means some of the decisions that you can take independently without any discretions. So that is also a power. Power of using some resources of the organization you can use wisely, right? But all that depends upon the trust which you have built through the tenure of your organization. Personal power is derived from the person. We all have personal power to varying degrees. So personal powers varies from the person to person. Coercive power. The use of coercive power involves threats or punishment to influence the compliances. So enforcing rules. Coercive power, as discussed, this is related to the punishment. In organization, if some of the employees are not working according to the guidelines and rules, right? So that means that people can be fired by the top management because the top managers they have a power to do so. So coercive power is appropriate your use in maintaining the discipline when enforcing some rules and regulations. To have a strong coercive position power, you need to have management job that enables you to gain and maintain the ability to hire, discipline, and fire your employees. Connection power is based on the user's relationship with influential people. Some people have a very good network. They have established network in the course of their life, in the course of their job as well. They have created a network maybe through the social media or maybe from the in-person relationship. Perception. The right connection can give you the perception of having power and they can give you actual power. What is the meaning of this? Perception means, for example, that if someone is having acquaintance so with the higher authority person, that he or she will think like I am also powerful because I have connection with that influential person, that high graded person. Contacts. To increase your connection power, expand your network of contacts with important managers who have some powers. Reward power is different. So reward power is totally based upon the user's ability to influence others with something of value to them. Get a management position and gain and maintain the control over the resources, right? Legitimate power is based on the user's position power, which is given by the organization. So that is legitimate power, which is derived and taken from the organization. Means the organization has given some power based upon their experience. The use of legitimate power is appropriate when asking people to do something that is within the scope of their jobs. Let people know the power you possess and work at gaining people perception that you do have some power. It means the perception says that if you are at the good position in the organization, it means if other people, maybe subordinate or co-worker, they come to know that you have some power for taking some important decision in the organization. Referent power. Referent power is based on the user's personal power. A personal a person using referent power relies on personality and the relationship to gain compliance. So referent power comes from being trusted and respected. For example, by treating everyone fairly and with respect in the organization. To gain a referent power, develop your relationship with others and stand up for them as well. Now, information power is based on the user's information being desired by others. Information powers comes from controlling the information that others need in order to achieve something. Making yourself a key source of information is therefore a means of gaining power. So in simple word, we can say if in organization, if someone have a very important and material information regarding anything, right? So other person are dependent upon that information. Their target, their achievements are dependent upon what are the information the other person is holding. If in the organization, the person who is having that power, that good information, if they are keep on holding that information and not telling to the information, important information to the other people in the organization, it means that other people will be depriving from the important facts and will not be able to achieve their goals. So information powers, that is also comes from the controlling the informations. Have information flow uh, through you. So, and know what is going on in the organization. No need to keep the information and hold the information, right? So if you have that information related to some material facts, maybe something related to the machinery, maybe related to the what is going on and in the organization, maybe your organization may be improving and just going to open one new branch somewhere. So if that kind of information that you have and the senior manager or the top level management CEO of the company have given that information to the senior manager, so that that information should be delivered to all the employees in the organization. Holding that information will definitely is going to affect badly on the performance of the company. Expert power is based upon users' skills and knowledge. The one is a doctor or an engineer having those kind of skills, right? So that is expert power. The one who is very good as a professional seller, have a very good communication skill, have very good software development skills or a web designing skill or web developer in IT sector, or maybe some oil and gas and natural resources. So that is through the engineering. right? So that kind of knowledge if the person is having, we also can say that person have expert in that field. The fewer the people who possesses the skill or knowledge, the more power the individual who does possesses it has. In a simple word, if in an organization, if there is a one person who is a software developer, and you can say he can ethical hacker, for example, right? That company had hired that person in the IT sector. So that person is really very, very important for them because that person is having very good skill and knowledge. Only one person, if only one person is in the organization having that kind of knowledge, the whole organization depends upon that person. It means if there are more than one person, it means that expert power will be divided. So same thing it is explained in a very simple language here. The fewer the people, means very less people who possesses that kind of knowledge and skill, the more power that particular individual will have. Expert power is very important and essential to people who have to work with people from other departments and organizations.